Hey, what's up? So a while back on my Twitter account, I kind of mentioned I was a big Nintendo fan. I also mentioned on a YouTube video as well. Now, if you've been watching my Twitter feed, you will see that I've been kind of counting down to a new show. Now, the new show and the Nintendo fanness should sort of indicate one thing, and also the date is September the 29th. Now, as you can tell from the title, my new show is called NintenDale, and it's pretty different to my other shows. Nintendo news and reviews. All the Nintendo news you need right here at NintenDale. Okay, so this is NintenDale. This is my news and reviews show for Nintendo. And I will be updating with a new video every week or other week on a Wednesday, depending on how much college stuff I have to do, how much work I have to do, etc. So stuff like that. But it should be a weekly basis, and I'm going to try not to stray from the schedule for this. Now, as the title suggests above me, it is Nintendo Hail the Hardware, Episode 1 of NintenDale. So today is September 29th, and right now it is kind of late in Japan. In fact, they've probably all gone to bed. But the more important thing is that earlier on today, Nintendo of Japan held a huge press conference where they released multiple things about the Wii and the new Nintendo 3DS. So I'm going to kick things off with the Wii because there isn't much. All I know about is that they're laying off the idea of the new next-gen Nintendo home console, and they're keeping the Wii on for a bit longer. They're also releasing a new Wii Remote which has Wii Motion Plus built in. This will be called the Wii Remote Plus. Now this will come in black, white, blue or pink, I believe. And to be honest, Nintendo, when they released the Wii 4 years ago, they should have really had this technology to a T then, instead of waiting 4 years to release the Motion Plus inside the Wii Remote. It should have been much more accurate when they first released it. And those two things, that's really the only things which I can think about for the Wii. Now the main point behind the press conference today was the 3DS. Now we have a massive amount of data to give away because of this 3DS press conference. First, I'm going to kick things off with the release date and the release price. Now in Japan, this will be releasing in the 26th of February. So it's later than the 20th of November speculated, but this is official word from Nintendo. 26th of February 2011, Japan will be getting the 3DS. And North America and Europe will be following up close behind in March of 2011. As for release price, Japan will have to pay 25,000 yen for their console, and that translates to roughly $300 US, about 190 Great British pounds. But strictly speaking, Japan have always had to pay a little bit more for their consoles than we have, so I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere around 260, 270 US dollars and about 160 to 170 Great British pounds. The console will come in Aqua Blue or Cosmos Black, and to be honest it looks really great and really shiny. Now a couple of videos have been seen from the Japanese website, nintendo.co.jp, and they feature people picking up the 3DS console off a charging cradle. Now, all of the videos I've seen with the 3DS in it include this charging cradle, so I'm not sure if it comes bundled with the console or not, but I think it's a pretty good bet that it does. Also, along with the console, you will receive a 2GB SD card, but you can use your own SD card up to, I think, 32GB. So that sounds pretty good. Now, literally just before I started shooting this video, the Japanese website for Nintendo released a big video with, I think, it has to be all of the Nintendo 3DS games which will be released. Now, they all look absolutely amazing. They definitely go beyond PSP graphics. Just a couple off my head I can remember. There was Kid Icarus, looks great. Animal Crossing 3DS, that looks brilliant. Nintendogs and Cats. Now, I was kind of considering not getting that game because I got the original Nintendogs on the Nintendo DS. I wasn't a big fan of it, but it does look absolutely amazing from this trailer, which should still be on the monitor. And what were some of the other games? There was Star Fox 64 3D. There was a Paper Mario game, I believe. Mario Kart 3DS, which looks way better than the Wii version. I have to say, it looks so much better. And I think that this will utilise some of the 3DS's new gyroscopic technology. I mean, I can remember as a kid when I had my old Game Boy, when I was playing a driving game, I used to always turn the console as I was steering the control pad. But I think that the gyroscope will be used to actually steer in the 3DS games. But don't take my word on it. Again, another video had also been released just before I shot this video, and it showed off people showing off the 3DS. Again, this lady picks it up from this charging cradle, turns it on, and this video shows off so many of the new features. It shows off the street walk by as two people walk past each other. It shares all their information, and it also shows the new interface. Now this looks again incredible. This lady starts playing on Nintendogs and Cats, and she then presses the home button and does a few things, and then presses the home button again to go back to Nintendogs and Cats. This looks great because between playing the game, she surfed the web, and then went back to the game again, without it having to save, without it quitting or anything. It was just press home button twice, it was back on. It's brilliant, genius. Also, there is a application which utilises the camera on the 3DS. You take a picture of someone, say your friend, yourself, and it will convert that picture as close as possible to a me. Now this is brilliant because you can just walk up to your friends, ask them to take a picture. I mean, just saying "geez," it's not quite, well, it's kind of weird. So you ask them, you take a picture of them, pops up, and that's their me. That's brilliant. You can just put them in the game with a click of the finger. One of the other features is there is a little light on the right shoulder of the hinge, which pops up if you have got some notifications from the street walk function, or the tag mode, or whatever it's called, I'm not quite sure. That is a pretty good way of indicating if you have a notification. So that pretty much wraps it up for the first ever episode of NintenDale. You can follow me over at Twitter if you go to twitter.com/DazzaClark. Link will be in the bottom bar. And I will be updating with random Nintendo news I find sort of between NintenDale episodes. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take care.